A portion of this video is sponsored by Andar. More on that later. So, after 30 days with the iPhone 15 Pro Max, I've had a decent amount of time to get a good understanding of what the phone is currently like. After going over the new features introduced by Apple this year and getting to put the phone through its paces, I believe that I can now answer questions that my family members, friends, and that you might have about it as well. Is the titanium frame really that much lighter? Is the action button actually useful? Has USB-C made any difference? Is it really more powerful? And the question everyone always asks, how's the battery life? Well, after 30 days or so, here is my experience with the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Over the last couple years, the iPhone has continued to grow in size and weight. This is especially noticeable in the Pro models since they use a stainless steel frame which is heavier than the aluminum frame found in standard iPhone models. However, Apple has moved away from the stainless steel design and gone with a new material, titanium. Apple has chosen titanium in response to the increasing complaints they've received about the weight of the iPhone Pro and Pro Max model. By switching from stainless steel to titanium, Apple has managed to reduce the weight of the iPhone 14 Pro Max to the iPhone 15 Pro Max by nearly 20 grams. While I personally didn't have any issues with the weight of the previous iPhone Pro Max models, there is a noticeable difference when holding the stainless steel model compared to the titanium model. However, I wouldn't say that the titanium 15 Pro Max is necessarily better than the previous stainless steel options. It ultimately comes down to your personal preferences. If you didn't mind the extra weight, the stainless steel models felt premium in your hands. On the other hand, the 15 Pro Max is lighter and has a premium look and feel of its own, while also being less prone to fingerprints. Both titanium and stainless steel are strong and durable material, making them excellent choices overall. The advantage of titanium in this use case is not only its strength and durability, but also its significantly lighter weight. Speaking of fingerprints, one way to avoid getting fingerprints all over your iPhone is by putting it in a case, and that's where Andar comes in. This section of the video is brought to you by Andar. I recently teamed up with Andar to make a video showcasing their premium iPhone case, the Aspen. I will leave the link below. The Aspen is a 100% full grain leather case that not only adds style and character to your iPhone, but also provides additional protection. The Technically Red colorway is a result of Andar's collaboration with Technically T, a fellow creator. The Aspen case already felt great in your hands, but Andar took it a step further and revised the case to reflect the addition of the action button, showcasing their quick product line innovation. Since Apple no longer offers leather cases, Andar is the perfect place to get your leather goods from. They offer products not only for your iPhone, but for your AirPods, MacBook, and more. Currently, they're offering 50% discount store-wide when you use my discount code RayandAndar at checkout. Oh, and one more thing. Andar and I are partnering on my very first giveaway. I'll be selecting one lucky winner to receive one of these amazing cases. All you need to do is like this video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below stating your preferred color and iPhone model, include your Instagram username, and follow me on Instagram at Raymond Mercedes_. I'll be contacting the winner directly within a week. Now let's talk about the signature feature of the iPhone 15 Pro models, the action button. It's been a couple weeks now and you'll never guess what I've mapped my action button to. I'll give you a couple seconds to guess. Have you guessed yet? Well, it's set to the silent mode toggle. Yeah, since the lock screen already has on-screen buttons for the flashlight and the camera, I didn't see any benefit in mapping it to either one of those. I could set it to activate a focus mode, but most of the ones I use automatically toggle on and off since I have them scheduled. The next viable option would be shortcuts, so maybe I'll look into that. But at this point, the action button isn't getting much action from me. However, I still believe that the action button can be a useful feature. Maybe I just haven't found the right action to map it to yet. If you have a 15 Pro model, what have you mapped your action button to? What suggestions do you have for us? Comment down below. Another new feature of the iPhone 15 and 15 Pro models is the addition of the USB-C port, and it's already made a difference. The ability to charge multiple devices using just one cable is a game changer. While it's true that Android users have had USB-C for years, let us iPhone users have our moment. When you unbox one of the iPhone 15 models, you'll find a nice braided USB cable included. However, there's a catch. This cable only supports USB 2 transfer speeds, whereas the iPhone 15 Pro Max can handle up to USB 3 speeds. For reference, the Lightning cable we've used for several years is limited to USB 2 speeds. On the other hand, a USB 3 supported cable can provide up to 10 times faster data transfer speeds. So if you want or need this capability, you'll need to provide a USB 3 cable separately. Personally, I've never used the Lightning port on my iPhone to transfer files or images. Instead, I primarily use AirDrop to transfer content between my iPhone and my MacBook. While I understand that using a proper USB 3 cable will offer faster speeds, I haven't found the need to do so yet. Perhaps in the future, if I find myself needing to transfer files more frequently, I will purchase a proper USB 3 cable. The addition of the USB port also expands the range of accessories available to the iPhone, since many devices already utilize USB-C as their standard. Now that I have a USB-C phone, I'll need to gather some USB-C accessories. Maybe I'll go over my top 10 USB-C accessories in a future video, so stay tuned. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to stay notified. Apple recently announced the A17 Pro chip, the first Pro-branded chip for the iPhone. This chip is not only the first 3nm chip in an iPhone, but the first 3nm chip in any smartphone, which is pretty impressive. However, if you primarily use your phone for basic functions like web browsing, social media, and texting, you may not notice a significant improvement. The performance and responsiveness are just as smooth as previous iPhones. This year, Apple focused on enhancing GPU performance, resulting in a 20% increase in peak performance. They also introduced features like mesh shading, hardware accelerated ray tracing, and Metal FX upscaling to enhance the gaming experience on the iPhone. Apple even claims that the iPhone is the best mobile gaming platform in the world. While I'm not a mobile gamer and can't verify those claims, it's worth mentioning that console games like Resident Evil Village, The Division Resurgence, and Assassin's Creed Mirage are all now available on the iPhone 15 Pro models. The ability to run console games on an iPhone is truly impressive and showcases the increasing power of the phone's chip. When the iPhone 15 Pros were first released, there were reports about the phone overheating and not performing as well. In my first week with the iPhone 15 Pro Max, I did notice it getting hot to the touch, but it never shut down on me. Since then, Apple has released an update that seems to have resolved some of the bugs addressing the overheating issues I was experiencing. However, there are still occasions where my 15 Pro Max still gets a little warm. I will monitor this situation to see if the issue continues. Going along with the iPhone 15 Pro Max getting warm, I can only assume that is due to the all-new A17 Pro chip, which possibly draws more power constantly, resulting in battery drain. But let's backtrack a bit. In the first few weeks, the battery life on my 15 Pro Max was inconsistent. Some days, the battery lasted throughout the day, from 5 a.m. to 7 p.m., using it to listen to music or podcasts, watching YouTube videos, and regular phone use. However, on other days, the battery level would be at 30% or lower by 3 p.m. Since the update, I have experienced more days with decent battery life, but a few days a week, I still have poor battery life. The battery life has not been as good as the iPhone 13 Pro Max, which in my opinion has had the best battery life of any iPhone. And it's been barely as good as the iPhone 14 Pro Max from last year. Hopefully Apple will address this issue in a future update. And of course, it wouldn't be a proper iPhone review if we didn't talk about the cameras. Apple continues to be ahead of the game in the camera department. They might not offer the most megapixels or the farthest zoom capabilities, but they offer a better overall package that provides the best quality. This year's iPhone's camera hardware is identical to that of last year's model, with a couple of updates. There has been a slight increase in resolution, so the new standard image taken with the iPhone 15 Pro Max cameras are now 24 megapixels instead of 12 megapixels. When comparing the two images side by side, there is a slight increase in quality, noticeable only if you zoom in and pixel peep. Otherwise, the images are similar and you won't generally notice much of a difference. There's another new feature exclusive to the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and that is the 5x telephoto zoom camera. The iPhone 15 Pro still comes with the same 3x camera that we've grown accustomed to, while the larger Pro Max model gets the all-new 5x zoom camera. Here are a couple of photos taken using the iPhone 14 Pro Max cameras, from ultra-wide to telephoto. Now, here are photos taken from the same spot but using the iPhone 15 Pro Max, from ultra-wide to the 5x telephoto camera. The 5x zoom camera offers just a bit more reach than the 3x zoom, which in my opinion makes it a better pairing with this camera system. Having that extra bit of zoom goes a long way. Apple has also introduced the ability to shoot log straight from your iPhone. When shooting in log, the footage is flat with no color, giving you a less processed image and more dynamic range. This allows you to color grade your footage in post and adjust it to your personal preferences. The downside to all this is that it takes up a lot of storage, so you'll either need to use an external hard drive or purchase an iPhone with plenty of storage. With these updates to the camera, in my personal opinion, the camera system on the iPhone 15 Pro Max is extremely versatile and definitely pro-grade equipment without a doubt. So after considering all the features like the titanium frame, action button, USB-C, the all-new A17 Pro chip, subtle camera updates, and the battery life, would I recommend the iPhone 15 Pro Max? Without a doubt. If you're searching for a mobile device that could serve as your all-in-one tool for content creation, the iPhone 15 Pro Max is the perfect choice. You can record, edit the footage, and easily share it to any platform. Additionally, if you need a reliable daily device for activities such as listening to music, browsing social media, and communication, the iPhone 15 Pro Max has got you covered there as well. In my opinion, if you currently own an iPhone 12 Pro or older and are considering an upgrade, the iPhone 15 Pro Max is a fantastic option. However, if you currently own an iPhone 13 Pro or newer and can wait, it might be worth holding off since you already possess many of the same capabilities and features of the 15 Pro Max. This has been my personal experience and thoughts on the iPhone 15 Pro Max after 30 days. I hope you found this review helpful and insightful. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.